If you're confused about the Culling Game in Jujutsu Kaisen, you aren't alone. It looks like a battle royale, but it's actually a giant ritual designed to end humanity as we know it. Today we're breaking down the nightmare logic behind Kenjaku's master plan, the rules that force Yuji and Megumi to kill, and why Tsumiki Fushiguro is living on a timer. First, let's look at the roster. Kenjaku didn't just invite volunteers, he drafted people against their will. Utilizing Mahito's technique at the end of Shibuya, he activated two specific groups of people across Japan: the Awakened. Modern people like Junpei who had potential but no ability. Kenjaku rewired their brains to force them into sorcery. The reincarnated ancient sorcerers from the Heian era and beyond. These guys made binding vows with Kenjaku centuries ago to be turned into cursed objects and fed to modern vessels. Basically, 1,000 mini Sukuna situations. Here's where the panic sets in. The game started on Halloween night. According to Rule 1, anyone with an awakened technique has 19 days to report to a colony. If they don't enter a colony by November 19th, Rule 2 kicks in. Their technique is removed. And since this removal messes with the brain, Shoko confirms that this equals death. This is Megumi's problem. His sister Tsumiki was awakened from a coma. She has less than 2 weeks to enter a war zone, or she dies automatically. Japan is sliced up by 10 massive barriers called colonies. You can walk into any of them. Once you cross that line, you're greeted by the Kogain, a weird little beetle shikigami that acts as your interface and rulebook. Once you accept participation, you are trapped. And this leads us to the brutal economy of the game. The Culling Game runs on points, outlined in Rule 4 and 5. Kill a sorcerer, 5 points. Kill a non-sorcerer civilian, 1 point. Why do points matter? Because of Rule 8. If your score doesn't change for 19 days, you die. This is the anti-camping mechanic. It forces even pacifists like Yuji to fight because doing nothing is a death sentence. But why? Why make people fight? It's not for Kenjaku's entertainment, it's for energy. Kenjaku wants to merge Master Tengen with the entire population of Japan. Because Toji Fushiguro killed the star plasma vessel back in 2006, Tengen has evolved. He's more nature than human now, meaning he can merge with anyone. The Culling Game is basically a giant microwave. The violence creates massive amounts of cursed energy, which will heat up the barriers and prepare humanity for the merger. Tengen estimates this will take about 2 months of slaughter. So, how do our heroes win? They can't kill Kenjaku to stop it. He made binding vows that ensure the game runs even if he dies. The only option is Rule 6. If you gather 100 points, you can negotiate with the Kogan to add a new rule. The strategy is grim. Our main cast has to enter the game, defeat the ancient sorcerers, steal their points, and add rules that allow players like Tsumiki to escape without dying. But there's a catch. Rule 7 says you can't add a rule that breaks the game's core function. You can't just wish for the game to end. The Culling Game is a rigged system designed to force evolution through bloodshed. Civilians trapped inside get one chance to leave. If they don't, they are prey. Sorcerers must kill to survive. And Kenjaku sits back and watches the chaos unfold. Which ancient sorcerer are you most hyped to see in action? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more JJK breakdowns.